Hey guys, welcome to Brando's World. I got a diecast HO collector series stock car made by Racing Collectibles, 1994 Chevy Lumina, the Western Auto Machine and Darrell Waltrip. And I always liked the paint scheme of this car. Black, on white you had black and silver. Some orange, that checkered flag in Western Auto colors, orange and black. Cool Chevy emblem on the hood there. And not only did I like the scheme, DW always fascinated me. He was always proud of his Franklin, Tennessee roots. But he was one driver you either loved him or you hated him. He was nothing of the sort of a Bill Elliott, a favorite driver of mine like Awesome Bill, or Ricky Rudd or Terry Labonte, who were, they were great drivers, but they were never elite class, although Texas Terry did make the NASCAR Hall of Fame, as did Bill. We're hoping on Ricky, the Rooster, to get himself there, get inducted this year, but Darrell, those guys were, maybe you didn't root for them every week. Maybe you did. But if you didn't, you didn't necessarily hate them. They weren't objectionable in any way. But it seems like with DW, either you loved him and you rooted for him every week, even in the end, in this time period where he could never finish on a lead lap at all. He finished 39 laps down or something like that. You either cheered for him or you were against him, the way that every Earnhardt fan was Jeff Gordon, the way that all Jeff Gordon's fans were with Dale, And I was kind of neutral when it came to Darrell. I liked him. I liked his car at the time when I started watching. It was in this time period. I wasn't watching in 1989 when he won the Daytona 500 with the Tide car, although I do want to get that one in my collection, but it's quite pricey. I was always a fan, though, of Darrell, and I always loved his commentary, but he was too TV friendly, I guess, for some people during his heyday in the 70s and 80s. That never bothered me. I always enjoyed his sense of humor until the boogity came along on the, as an analyst, and it's, but back to the car. They say HO, but that's usually a model railroading thing, which is 1/87th the size of a real train. But trains are a lot bigger than cars. We know that. So I don't really understand that. But, the Racing Collectibles, they weren't quite as cool and as detailed as the Action or the Elite diecast brand. But they were a good brand. They were good to have. And all those brands, they made the detail well enough. I mean, it was all diecast metal, which was nice to have, but I just wanted to show this off. I'll probably title this video as being a 1/64 scale car, because in my opinion, that's what this is a 1/64 of DW. But it's a nice piece. Like I said, love the color scheme on it. As for the deck lid on the back, I'm a little bit confused, and I'm going to have to do some research to see if anything changed between 1994 and when they went to the Chevy Lumina in 95, or the Monte Carlo in 95. Because I remember the deck lid on the Monte Carlo I had, the 95, which was a 1/24 scale, it had whatever the batteries were that were sold exclusively at Western Auto stores at that time. I believe like Tough One. So I'm going to have to do some research. Until then, I hope everybody's enjoyed this great video.